Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to the survival world, where I hope you guys are having a very good day today. And in case you are not having such a great day, that's okay. It's normal to have bad points in your life. I just want you guys to remember that it all gets better, and every single one of you watching right now is very, very special. But with that being said, let's play some Minecraft, shall we? So before we do, quick recap on last episode. We built ourselves a pretty massive raid farm, where as you can see over there, we have a pretty lonely villager. I feel very bad for that guy, but it's okay, I'm sure he loves it. But yeah, this is what we did last episode, and we're actually going to spend the majority over at the starter house today. I got some plans to kind of transform that and turn it into something that I've been meaning to for quite some time now. But just to kick things off here, I would actually like to improve this farm just a little bit. Some of you may be thinking that I'm going to add in the... Hello phantoms, how are you doing today? Ouch, ouch, if you could leave me alone while I record this clip, that would be great, but you are not going to comply, are you? I guess let's deal with these guys first. There is one last guy who's being very annoying and hiding behind this glass. I never see these guys because I'm always sleeping in this game, but obviously I must have forgot recently. Wow, my aim is off today. There we go. Those guys have been dealt with. Wonderful. Okay, so what was I saying? Yes, some of you may be expecting me to add in the villagers somewhere in this farm so we can get all the perks from having Hero of the Village, but I don't really want to do that right now. I don't really have a need for it. Instead, what I do definitely have a need for is a better collection area and sorting system along here, because if I just pick a chest at random here, that's a big mess. Also, with a lot of items I don't really care about at all. All I'm looking to keep from this farm is mainly the emeralds and I guess just all of the stackables along here. I don't really need any of this stuff, to be honest, but I guess it would be nice to have and just kind of keep. I mean, the redstone and the glowstone and the sticks are nice. The rest of this, I could leave it or take it, but I might as well add it in. So yeah, not really too bothered about the banners or any of the non-stackables. So I think the first thing we're going to do today is add a sorting system to our collection device here, which hopefully should make this not look quite as messy, and we'll try to organize ourselves a little bit. These phantoms really do not leave you alone, do they? I'm actually just stopping off in this village here to try and take a quick nap. Oh, hello, wandering trader. When I say quick nap, I mean asleep. I want to go to bed so I can skip the night and head home and gather up some resources, but... there we go. This bed is far enough. I actually have a question for you guys. Out of all of the vanilla Minecraft villages, post 1.14 of course, which one is your favourite? Mine personally is the tiger one. I just love stumbling across these. I don't know what it is. I think it's the campfires and all of the spruce in the tiger biome itself. I think it just looks wonderful. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what is your favourite one? I got a feeling most of you are going to agree with me on this. Slight hitch in the plan. This is the amount of iron I have. That's not enough to make the needed hoppers that I want. For the first time since I basically started this world, I'm actually gonna have to go mining. I'm kind of sad to say that, but also really happy at the same time, because I love mining. I can't believe I'm actually out of iron. I'm gonna have to make a farm at some point, I think. And as you may have seen, yes, I have done a bit of AFKing at the raid farm in between episodes. That's a lot of emeralds. Anyway, let's go get some iron, shall we? Iron has been collected and hoppers have been placed, as well as the rest of the sorting system, as you can see. So it's very basic what we have going on, just typical item sorting. I'm fairly certain it should be able to keep up. Fingers crossed it does, otherwise I don't really know what I'm going to do. But along here we have all of the items that I'm looking to keep. So emeralds, redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, sugar, sticks, bottles, and then spider eyes. Again, as I said, don't really need some of them, but figured I'd just keep the stackables, and then the non-stackables go out of that dropper at the end there, next to the auto dispenser thing, so if anything actually goes in this dropper, as you can see, automatically burns in the lava, because I don't want it. So yeah, that is cool. That's all set up, ready to go. Fingers crossed it works. I just have to do one final thing quickly to make this a little bit better for longer AFK sessions, and that is to actually set up a beacon with regen set on, so that if I end up losing all of my hunger and can't eat because, well, I'm AFK, I'm away from the keyboard, the regen will sort out my health for me and keep me alive. Beacon has been added in, as you can see, and the reason it's coated in gold pressure plates is because we need to stop mob spawnings. Gold pressure plates because, well, why not? Really is my simple answer, but yeah, I think we're ready. Once we got some bad omen to give this a test. So I saw in last episode's comments from quite a few of you guys mentioning the fact that bad omen actually stacks up to varying levels. So in theory, if I kill several captains of these pillagers, the ones with the banners, I will get more spawns at our raid farm, meaning more emeralds and more loot and everything. So yeah, oh, that's the banner I placed down last time. I'm gonna hang around here for a little bit, kill some pillager captains, and see what bad omen level we can actually get to. Okay, there's the first level. And there is the second level. Okay, I didn't actually think that was going to work for some reason. I thought you guys were trolling me. Or maybe it just worked on bedrock. But no, that's awesome. I don't know what it goes up to, but I'll keep slaying these guys. There is level 3, and from my research, we're also amidst a thunderstorm here, which is very exciting and scary. But I believe it goes up to level 5, so if I kill 2 more, we should be at maximum. Here comes number 4. Is it gonna go up? Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted. Indeed it is. Okay, level number 4. 1 more to go. Fantastic. Number 5. Are you gonna level me up on bad omen once again? Indeed you are. Okay, I might just hang around for a little bit longer, just in case I can somehow get up to level 6, even though I don't think I can. But I mean, if they take ages to spawn one in with the banner, I'll give up pretty quickly, because yeah, I've been here for a while already. Target acquired. I'm coming in for a swoop. Is it somehow gonna get me up to 6? No, it's stopped there at 5. Okay, good to know. I guess we are now ready to fly over to the raid farm itself and set this thing going. Hopefully with this many more mobs, it's actually able to keep up. I don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest. I've also now got my hands on an auto clicker program. It's just a super simple thing that allows me to click my mouse whenever I wanted to without actually having to physically click my mouse. So I'm going to set it on an interval of every 2 seconds so it will swing my sword at the pillagers, so I can truly go AFK with this one. Come to think of it, I should maybe take my armor off, although I did literally just make a backup about 5 minutes ago, so worst comes worst and I somehow lose everything, I can just reload the backup and lose the drops that we actually get from this thing. So yeah, I guess we're ready to set this thing going. Really hoping Bad Omen 5 isn't going to be too much for this thing and it'll overload it. I'll probably keep an eye on things just in case it is, but anyway, we turn on the hopper clock right there. It just did something, I guess turned it on, and then we go up and flick this once, break and place this, and double flick, and then it sets it going. Gotta remember to turn my sound down a little bit this time because it's very noisy. And then we'll get in place, walk into the pressure plate, stick my sword there, and I'll turn on the clicker. "40 minutes later and I am all done. Good news is the farm didn't, let's not start another raid. The sorting system here didn't back up and all the items managed to flow through okay, which is wonderful because I was a bit worried about that. But yeah, let's see what type of drops we got. So here is the emeralds. That's pretty good. I honestly don't know how much of effect the Bad Omen level 5 has actually had on this. I'm beginning to think it doesn't really matter what level of Bad Omen you have, because throughout like 5 minutes worth. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks last episode. Bear in mind that was 40 whole minutes and 5 extra or 4 extra levels of Bad Omen. Yeah, I don't think that actually made a difference, but either way, 9 or 2 stacks of emerald blocks is pretty good going, so very happy with that. There's our redstone, there's our glowstone, there's the gunpowder, there's the sugar, there's the sticks. That's actually going to be pretty helpful. I'm always needing sticks. There's the glass bottles and a piece of stone in with the spider eyes. Wonderful. Okay, that is pretty good. I mean, I can always AFK for longer sessions. 40 minutes is a pretty short one, all things considered. But yeah, I mean, that's the main thing I'm coming for, and yeah, that's the best out of all of it. So yeah, pretty good. I'm still not sure about the Bad Omen. Maybe some of you more technical-minded players can let me know whether this is actually going to make a difference for the raid farm, because if it's not, and I don't think it is, it's not really worth me waiting around for ages outside of that pillager outpost. We have made it back home safe and sound, and we're now ready to do some work on this place. So I'm guessing the title of this video is something along the lines of transforming my starter base, or at least something very similar, because yes, that is what I wanted to do today, and I've also wanted to do this for a long while now. So the house itself, really happy with it. I love the bees and I love everything about this house. It's very special to me. It's the first thing we built. It's the starter house, and I love the little pond outside and a few other odds and ends here and there. But there's a few things that I don't particularly like the look of. I know we're in a flower forest here, so the flower crazy spam placing is perfectly normal. I'm not going to change any of that, but trees, for example, they're ugly trees. They're normal Minecraft trees, with the exception of our palm ones over there. So that's one thing I want to change up, and generally just like a lot of the terrain here is quite boring, and the main thing that I've actually been meaning to do for like the longest time ever, and I've just been avoiding it because I didn't want to just do torch spam along here, is actually add in some sort of proper lighting source, because whenever I'm around here at night time, there are just mobs everywhere, and I've had creepers coming very close to blowing up my bee house here, which obviously we don't want. So yeah, I think now we turn on some nice music and jump into a time lapse and see what we can make this place become. This looks so much better than what it was before, or at least I think it does anyway. You guys can let me know what you think, but I know we've just built this in the time-lapse, but let's take a bit of a closer look around in first person, shall we? So first thing I did was remove all of the trees, cause ugly vanilla trees, and I obviously took down all of the beehives, and yeah, made just a nice clean area to work upon. And I guess let's talk about the pathway now. I know this isn't in the order where we did it in the timelapse, but that's okay. So this pathway design of granite, coarse dirt, path blocks, and mossy stone is the same as what we have leading up to the village over there. So obviously leads to my front door, over to the cave where I get to my mine shaft that I almost never use. Got a couple of lanterns on fence posts either side just to try and light this place up a little bit. Crosses over this bridge that was already here, over the hill, and we actually made another little bridge here, as you saw, just going over this pond. I thought that was better than just filling it in, right? But yeah, eventually leads up to the pathway that starts at this docking station. How did I just get injured then? That wasn't that big a jump, was it? But yeah, ends up at this docking station here where the pathway eventually leads to the village, the main entrance over here, or the main entrance on foot, that is. The main ones are actually via the boat. Yeah, those two over there. But yeah, this is something I've been meaning to do for a seriously long time. Basically, since we started the village project, I've been meaning to connect it up to my house via a pathway. And obviously, I'm never going to use it because I fly everywhere in this world, but I still think pathways are a nice thing to add in to your survival world. I always like doing them despite actually never using them. So yes, pathway, lighting on the sides, and I guess we can talk about lighting in the trees. We have a piece of glowstone just to get some of those glowing trees, a bit like what Etho did in the very beginning of his survival world. Probably still does them actually, come to think about it, but yeah, that's where I got that idea from, in case some of you recognize that as well. But ton of bone meal, kind of just smoothed out pieces of the land that I didn't think looked particularly nice, and generally just trying to pretty things up. Really, that's all I've done here, and yeah, I think it looks so much better. It just doesn't look quite as busy, and I actually quite like that. I like how spotted about these trees are. I would do more over here, but no. I don't like doing custom trees. However, these I actually didn't mind. You may have seen me growing them first of all and modifying them afterwards. It made it just 10 times more enjoyable. I'm actually going to real quickly hop into a test world and just show you how I made the oak tree and the birch tree just very simply by growing one first of all. As you can see, this is where I was messing around with the idea of doing custom trees this way. So yeah, let me show you how we actually build these. We'll start off with the oak over here. Let's get one of these spawned in. I have random tick speed set to like 1,000, which is why that just happened so quickly. But with the oak tree, all we're trying to really do is remove the rigidness and the cube shape that normal Minecraft oak trees actually have. So just breaking a couple of blocks on the corners and the side, you know, just trying to smooth it out a little bit and bush it out, I guess we could say, and then we'll just do a similar thing at the top, breaking and placing some leaves just to get something a bit more natural looking. Take it away from the Minecraft shape really. So once the up part of our tree looks a little bit like that, I don't know, you're gonna have to tweak this, but I'm recording so I can't spend all day on it. But we need to do something about the underside of the leaves here because that is awfully flat. So what we can actually do is just place a couple of leaves next to the log underneath, and then just place one every now and again, just in little spots that look like it could use something, possibly even go down by 2 if we have the room to do that. And for something that took, what, less than a minute to build probably, I'd say that is much preferred than building a custom tree from scratch, or at least it is for me as somebody who doesn't particularly enjoy doing them. So yeah, there's the oak tree. Let me quickly hop over here and show you how to do the birch one, which is actually simpler in a way. This is taking a while to grow. Want me to get rid of that one? Random tick speed 1000 is, there we go. That's actually quite a stumpy guy, so let's get something with a bit more trunk at the bottom. This one right here is actually one with quite a short height, so 3 at the bottom, yeah, that would be good. So the first thing we have to do with the birch trees is actually remove all of the leaves here from the outside, so we end up with a 3x3, not a 5x5 or whatever it was before, something a bit thinner like that, because birch trees in real life are actually really quite thin. They look nothing at all like these do. The oak you can kind of get away with, but birch trees, no, they don't look like that. At least I don't think they do. So yeah, once you remove the leaves from the outside, we can come up to the very top and maybe just in the center bring it up by a couple with 1 or 2 more on the side, just so we have a bit of height to the tree there. And then we can do a similar thing as what we did with the oak and just place a couple of leaves underneath. If we have the room to go down by 2, then feel free to do that. That would look probably better. And yeah, just something like that. And obviously, as I said, you're going to have to tweak these as you go, and maybe remove a couple on the corners if you really want to. And yeah, you get something like that. So I would say this, if I ever need to do like a super simple custom tree, I'm going to do it this way instead of building it from scratch, because it's just much simpler, much quicker, and requires a lot less thinking and effort. So yeah, hopefully that is helpful for you guys. I'm sure that method could also be applied to other Minecraft trees like the spruce, the jungle, the dark oak, acacia, all of them. I don't really see why not. All we're really doing is just messing up the leaves a little bit. It's really not too complicated, but I did forget to just show you this quickly. We made another little pond here, and I wouldn't really bother showing you this other than there is a little cool thing in the waterfall leading into that stream actually has an origin point of this block right here. So yeah, go through that stair. I just thought it was a nice little touch and a tiny detail that none of you would ever see if I didn't mention it. But yeah, that right there is the starter house fully transformed, and as I said, I'm super happy with it. This just looks a million times better. There is one final thing that I would like to do before we say goodbye in today's episode, and that is to actually grab basically all of my emerald supplies here. I want to do a little bit of villager trading before we end things off, because for the longest time, let's hop up here and actually start flying over to the village over yonder, but for the longest time I've been meaning to get all of my villager professions up to master level, but I don't really have the items needed to actually do that, and now I have the emeralds. If we just take one for example here, maybe the Fletcher. Oh, you're stuck in your arrow box. Are you? Are you stuck? Yes, you are. Whoopsie. Okay, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Oh, well, this is a poor example. But anyway, you can see how there's a lot of emerald trades. I should, I think, just be able to use emeralds to be able to get all of these guys to master level without needing to go get 24 feathers as an example. So yeah, I'm going to go around to each and every one of these professions and get them all up to the same level as this guy. Well, that didn't exactly go to plan. This is everything I managed to get. Still have emeralds remaining. I've just reached a point where all of my villagers don't have any emerald trades. I actually need to get other items to reach them up to master level. It was worth a shot though. I've got a fair few of them, like most of my librarians are up to master level. I got my armor up, as well as a couple others, but yeah, some, like the shepherd behind me for example, who only wants dark grey wool and black wool. He doesn't want emeralds at all. I can't trade with him just yet, so yeah, gonna have to save them for another day, because as per usual guys, I am fresh out of time for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.